Hello, everyone. Hi. I think I might need my glasses, but we'll see. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hello, hello, I'm on it. Divine Design, you're my angel. Hi, Norway. Hi, Torsten. Hey, Kay, Tabby. Thanks, Modern Mogul, for the badge. I just started doing my badges last week with Feel Good. Thanks for the badges. I love it. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Ashley. Van Violet Esther, thanks for the badge. Miss Greeny7, thanks for the badge. Hi from Toronto. Man, Canada is stepping up, huh? There's a couple of reasons why I jumped on today. One, I just got this strong urge to come on. Hello, Media Live Manado, I think. I'm so bad with names. South Australia, good morning. So much love to you from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. Hi, Georgette. Thanks, Yurt Experience, for the badge. Divine Design, thank you for the badge. I am going to move this because I have a feeling that it's going to get hot. Oh, so much better. Hi, Puerto Rico. I was just looking at some places in Puerto Rico to Airbnbs. Turkey, hello. Canada, okay. Oh, so much better. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for the badge. All right, I was guided to come on, and I'm excited to be with you guys right now. So first of all, gosh, where do I start? Isn't it better without all the sunlight in my face? Although the sunlight feels so good. How are you guys doing? How's everybody? Oregon, the UK. Your mom's funeral's today. I'm going to put my glasses on because let there be sight. I can see so much better. Hi from Israel. I like how I try to deny the fact that I need glasses. So I'm like, no, I'm going to see without the glasses. And then it's like, Lori, just give in. So how are you guys? How's everyone doing? Good. What a first month of 2022, huh? Holy Moses. You know, I was sitting here thinking, is this more intense than any other month that we've been in? And it's like, no, it's not more intense, right? So what I've been experiencing is there is more opportunity for faster shifting, okay? So it's not that this is getting more intense for us, or it's getting more activating, or there's more upgrades, or there's more blah, 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 right? That's not how I'm seeing it. The way I'm seeing it is that our eyes are staying open. We are unable to ignore what is occurring, and we have availability now for so much more shifting. And the more that we stay awake, the more that we stay open, the more that we stay observant, the faster we will shift. That's all that's happening. So it's not that it's getting more intense. It's not that there's more light necessarily coming in on the planet or any of that. It is that we are continuing to stay awake. We're continuing to stay with our eyes wide open. And when we do that, when you don't go back to sleep, when you don't ignore, when you don't deny, when you courageously continue to stand in the fire, thanks Cheryl for the badge, when you continue to stand in the fire, you have no other choice. You have no other choice but to courageously say, okay, I guess it's time I do this. Okay, I guess it's time I take this leap. I guess it's time I let this go. I guess it's time I stop ignoring, right? It's kind of like what you're seeing in Canada right now, and actually all over the world, is there's only so much that we can ignore. This is how evolution happens. There is only so much that you can ignore internally, and there's only so much that you can ignore externally before you eventually say enough is enough. Okay, we're pushed up against the truckers in Canada. What an amazing sight that is to see right now. If you haven't seen the convoy I highly encourage you to go look on Instagram or Facebook or wherever it is that you find your information and check out the convoy, because it shows you what evolution is like. That is evolution. That is humans saying, wow, I have been suffocated. I have been pushed down. I have been told that I am free and that I have choice, and I actually haven't had choice and I haven't had freedom, because now I'm actually standing up for freedom. Now I'm actually taking my choices into my own hands, right? That's evolution, right? This is happening to you internally as well, right? So we are starting to take action. We're starting to make choice. We're starting to become sovereign. We're starting to become empowered, because we are saying enough is enough. We're suffocating ourselves. We're saying, we have people in our lives where we're like, okay, this is it. I'm done. I can't do it anymore, right? Jobs in our lives where we're like, I am done. Sometimes we have to be pushed up against a wall so tightly that we can't help but say, I'm done. I'm going to now it's over. I don't care how difficult this shift is going to be. I'm going to make it now. Right? Not everybody needs to get to that point, but many people on the earth right now have to get to this place of enough is enough. This is why the evolution that we're going through is so natural. I've said this from the get-go. I'll continue to say it. It's a very natural process that we're going through, which means that no matter what you see, no matter what you understand, you cannot force another individual to see what you see or to understand what you understand until they're ready. And unfortunately, we have to go along for the ride with the entire human collective. We have to all be a part of this massive shift. It's not, we can't separate ourselves, meaning we have to go through it with everyone else. So if you're in a country where things are continuing to be restrictive or whatever may be experienced, it's because the collective is going along with it, right? But this is a slow evolution. So what that means is that eventually more and more humans will say enough is enough. But here's what's extremely important. Here's one of the reasons why I wanted to come on today. Many times, I don't know if you're one of these people, but many times what can happen is because it is so loud in the external, we get distracted by the external. We get distracted by what's happening out there. And that distraction will literally slow down your evolution, because you are negating or you are ignoring what is occurring internally. We can't get through this. We won't get through this unless we go inward first, unless we excavate what is happening internally first. So if you are somebody that is constantly blaming the external, if you're constantly blaming other people, if you're constantly getting upset by what is occurring, if you are fighting against things out there, if all of your conversations are around what this person's doing, what this government is doing, what that political person is doing, what that city council member is doing, that's great. But if you're not doing the internal work, if you're not saying, where am I taking self-responsibility for everything that I'm experiencing? Where am I recognizing that I am choosing all of this, as challenging and as difficult as that is? If you're not saying, wow, every reaction and response that I am having has a foundational base within me in some sort of past trauma. If you're not recognizing that everything in your reality is based on beliefs and thoughts that you're holding that are based on a past and not a current now, if you're not recognizing all of the patterns that you are continuing to move through, continuing to perpetuate, all of these things, everything that's happening in your life right now is designed to have you go back in and look within you at your own internal shadow. All of it. Everything that's happening. But the knee-jerk reaction is to blame external, or to focus only on the external, to play the victim, right? To act like we don't have choice, that we're not free. We've always been free. We've just been living under a cloud, a collective shadow cloud that has convinced us that we're not. You've been living under your own internal collective cloud, convincing you that you're not free, that you don't have choice, that your beliefs, that you are your beliefs, that you are your patterns, that you are your traumas, you are your thoughts, you are your emotions. How do you go within? Pay attention throughout your day. So your eyes, your physical eyes are looking out, okay? So your physical eyes are always going to be looking outward. So what you want to do is you want to become the observer. That's how you go in. The way you go in is you start to recognize that you are not what you are seeing. That you are actually an observer experiencing all of this. And when you start to become the observer, you start to say to yourself, I am Lori. I am doing this. I am watching this. I am responding this way. I am reacting this way. I am having this emotion. I am having this behavior right now. I am choosing these experiences. You start to observe yourself as like a third-party person. That's how you begin to go inward. That's how you start to dissect you. That's how you start to recognize, holy shit, look at everything that I have been doing in my life. Look at my emotions that I have knee-jerk reaction sort of allowed to take over. Look at how I believe on my emotions or my thoughts, right? You start to observe. You start observing. You start to become a scientist. You start to explore you. Explore how you are with people. Explore how you react and respond to people. Explore the addictions that you have. Explore the attachments that you have. Everything right now in your life, everything, is giving you an opportunity to ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this who I want to be? Do I want this emotion? Do I want this thought? Do I want this belief? Do I want this behavior? Do I want this pattern? Do I want this relationship? Because we have been in a programmed state of zombiehood where we have forgotten that we are in control of our lives, that we are choosing, that we're not victims to any of this, none of it, that we're sovereign. So pay attention. Everything that's being pulled out of your life, every obstacle that's coming in, every challenge that you're experiencing, every pat on the shoulder like, excuse me, are you listening to this? Are you aware of this? Right? All of these things that are occurring for you are opportunities. They're opportunities for you to shift out of these older versions of you that you have been programmed to believe is who you are. So pay attention. Pay attention. It's not about the external, you guys. It really isn't. The external is second to what is actually occurring, which is our own individual evolution. So the more you get caught up in the external, the more you are literally just watching a movie and you're forgetting that the actual movie that is important to watch is inside. It's inside of you. Right? That's why 2022 is coming in so hot right now, so strong, so potent and so powerful. Because we've had many years, but let's just talk about the last 2 years. We've had 2 years to start to understand what we're doing here on this planet. It got kicked into high gear in 2020. Do you guys remember why you came here? Do you remember why you incarnated? Do you remember that this is all a divine design? Do you remember that you're here to assist an entire human collective into these higher states of consciousness? And the only way that you do that is that you do it yourself and you stop blaming the external. How many times throughout your day are you blaming other people? The more you blame the external world, the more you will stay in a disempowered state. And the more you will stay in a victim state. which is what the powers that be want us to be in. You are literally shifting. You're shifting out of, energetically and physically, you're shifting out of old versions of yourself right now. Right now. It's inevitable. The entire human collective is. The whole human collective is. And none of us have done this before. So let's remember that. None of us have done this before. We're not experts. I'm not an expert. No other teacher is an expert. Nobody has gone through this before in the way that we are going through it. So you have to, this is an individual game. We're all playing the game. And you have to trust yourself. You have to trust you more than anyone else. How many of you have been doing that, right? Where you are recognizing, holy shit, I can't trust other people anymore. I can't follow necessarily what other people are thinking or feeling or doing or being. Holy cow, it's all up to me now. Yeah, it always has been. It's an individual game. And you are playing it with 7.5 other billion humans. We're all playing the same game. We're all remembering how this entire human experience works. And there is no other reason that you are on the planet. There's all these other extras, right? Like a sundae. You buy a sundae from an ice cream store and you get all these extra toppings. There's 1,000 toppings that you are given as a human that you get to experience. But the reason you're incarnated is to go through this, is to experience this. That's it. All the other great things that you're experiencing is just part of the sundae. This is why you're here. So it's a deep, deep remembrance. It's in your cells. It's in your cellular structure. What happens is we get caught up. We get caught up in the external world. We get caught up in these ideas that everything is outside of us, that we need all of these things in order to be happy, to be whole, to be healthy, to be loved, to have joy, to have peace. We've been programmed. Deep, deep programming, because that's how they control us. Mind control happens when we forget the power of who we are within us, that we have everything we need within us. You know, I was on an airplane the other day. I want to share this story with you guys. I was on an airplane the other day, and I'm very close to Mary Magdalene. I connect with her on a regular basis. She helps me through this human journey. And I was closing my eyes and I called her in, and she says, the first thing she says to me is, you're not asking enough. You're not asking for enough. And I'm like, first of all, there's something I've been asking for quite some time. So zip it. I am asking for things. And she says, the things that you have been asking for are already done. They're complete. They have already been complete, and they're in another now in the quantum field. What do you want right here, right now? What do you want? And I'm like, and here's what came through, you guys. This is really, really important. Some of you may be able, well, let's just say, I'm just going to say it. When we ask for things, when we intend or manifest things, okay? If you don't already know, okay, what are you trying to get when you're asking for it? Are you trying to get freedom? Are you trying to get love? Are you trying to get peace? Are you trying to get more abundance? Are you trying, first of all, you have to get clear on what you're trying to get. What do you need? This is extremely important, because if you need something from the external world, there is an attachment to it. And if there is an attachment to it, that means that there is a lack within you that has forgotten that that which you are looking for externally is inside of you now. Do you get this? Whatever you think you need for the external world to give you, so a new job so that you can feel like you have purpose, a new relationship so that you can feel loved, more money so that you can have abundance, right? What is it that you are so-called intending and manifesting? Holding the belief that you need that external thing to provide you with it inside. If you have that attachment, and get clear on it, get very honest and clear, it is pointing you back in because there is a lack within you that doesn't remember that you already have it. You already have the peace, the abundance, the joy, the love, the freedom, the ability to hold whatever it is, like a flow state, grace, whatever it is that you're trying to intend to manifest out there. We need to begin to intend or create or ask without an attachment to it. So we have to match the external world. The external world is equal to us. Does this make sense? So when you are intending and manifesting, if you can imagine that intention and manifestation dissolving, okay, i.e. you don't need it, that's where the lesson is. That is where true freedom, abundance, love, that it comes from inside here. And then what you do is you play the game of life, which is, I'm good. I'm abundant inside of me. I understand how abundance works, it's energy. I understand how love works, it's energy. I understand how joy works, it's energy. I understand how freedom works, it's energy. I understand how all of this works. It's actually just energy, and I have it within me, and I can tap into it externally, and I don't need an external to provide it. However, we are in a physical world. So the greatest gift is that the external can match my love, can match my freedom, can match my abundance, and provide it for me as well. Does this make sense? We are matching the external. We are not asking the external to fulfill me internally. This is the issue with attachments, with manifestations, with intentions, is we get caught up in the idea that it externally is going to provide it for me. Nothing externally can provide you with what you already have within you. The external world is here to match you, to serve you up with everything that you want, knowing that you already have it within you. You will no longer have dysfunctional relationships. You'll no longer have codependency. You'll no longer be in any sort of abusive relationship, back and forth, anything like that when you understand. You won't even be in lack any longer when you start to understand that it's an energetic game, that you have access to all of it right here, right now, but you got to go in. You have to look at yourself. So when Magdalene said to me, what do you want? Ask for what you want. I knew what she was saying. She wanted me to get clear on what I believe I don't have within me. It's a trick question. It's a trick question. Because if I were to say, I want a partner to bring me love so that I can have love. Oh, really? You don't have love within you right now. You're not content. And then it's like, wait a second. Am I content? Can I match my own love within me? And from that place, can I then say, I can't wait for a partner to come in to match the love that I'm holding within myself? That's the intention that you want to create from, that you already have it. All you're doing is you're asking the external physical world to match you. Then there's no attachment. Do you understand? You don't need it. So pay attention. What are you wanting? What are you needing? What are you asking for? Whatever it is you're asking for, if it dissolved, would you be okay? Are you asking for something that you already have a match for within you? It's not easy. The external world is a candy store. It's the greatest gift to be a human. There's so much physical stuff that we get to devour. How much fun is it to be with people? How much fun is it to fall in love? How much fun is it to do purpose work? How much fun is it to receive money? How much fun is it to eat foods and all these great things, and to go out in nature and to have children? And these are fabulous things. Are you attached to it? Do you think you need it? That's where the deep, deep, deep work comes from. Because many things are going to be pulled from us this year and the next year. We're going to start to lose the attachments that we think, and we already have the last 2 years. Many of us, myself included, have let go of so many things that we were attached to. I was so attached to so many things that I didn't have the courage to let go of. Hi, Kartzi. And so the universe, the external world, this massive evolutionary shift took it from me. It took it from me. It gave me it catapulted me. What's being pulled from you right now? What are you still clinging on to? What are you still clinging on to because you think you need it? And ask yourself, what do I think I need from this? What is this external thing? Whatever it is, you guys, that you can't let go of, what is it giving you? And the answer that you say is what you need to find within you. It's what you need to find within you. Because the way that we are designed to evolve, the way that we are designed to evolve naturally is that we will find ourselves eventually in a sovereign state of being where we know that we are free no matter what is occurring in the external. We know that we have control over our state of being no matter what is occurring in the external. We know that we are no longer victims to the external. We know that we are choosing everything. We know that this entire human experience is about energy and not physicality. This is what's going to happen. We are no longer having any attachment to an external, thinking that it is the answer. We are living in a way where the only thing you're listening to is you. There's tons of radio stations that you can turn on, whether it's another individual, a friend, family member, a teacher, whatever it is. But the station that is most important to have yourself tuned to is you. You're the only one that really matters. Your voice is the only voice that matters right now. You're listening to your resonance, your signature, your frequency, your intuition is the only thing that matters right now because it is the only thing that knows where you are going. Your higher self, which is you, is guiding you right now. It knows where you're going. It knows what you created. It knows what you designed yourself to experience in this lifetime. And it also knows how challenging it is to be in this third dimensional physical reality. It knows how powerful the ego is. So it knows the trauma that you hold. It knows the limiting beliefs that you're still holding on to. It knows it understands the patterning. Your higher self is doing everything it possibly can right now to lift and guide you out of these old versions that you and I have been stuck in. And gently, or maybe not so gently, pull you into these new, higher versions. And all it means when we say higher versions is just new versions of you. New ways of expressing yourself, new ways of holding yourself in relationship and in jobs and experiences, new ways of feeling yourself, new beliefs that you're going to hold, new behaviors that you're going to have. This is what we're all going through right now. And it's a shit show. It's like a massive chaotic shit show. You're like, I don't freaking know who I am. I don't know what I want. I don't know what's going on. Right? I don't know if I want to stay with my husband or wife. I don't know if I should be doing this. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome to the evolution in your human consciousness. right? This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. It's a massive shit show. It's not easy. It's not easy. Pay attention to what you are resisting. What are you resisting right now, right? I'm telling you guys, holy cow, you have so much. This is going to be a little bit higher speaking right now, okay? But you have so much assistance right now. You are not doing this alone. I want you to understand this right now. You have assistance that is not physical, okay? That you can't see. Call it guides, call it angels, call it spirits, whatever you want to call it. You're not alone. You are being inundated all day long with assistance, and it sounds like your own voice. It sounds like your own voice, but it ain't your voice. It's your guidance. So are you listening? Are you listening? They are trying to get across to you how to catapult you. They are answering your questions all day long. They are answering your questions. It's just a matter of, can we quiet ourselves enough to hear them? Can we quiet ourselves enough to hear us? To hear you? Because we're not designed to be in suffering and struggle. We are designed to start to take radical self-responsibility for our life. You know, I did a video yesterday that I haven't put up yet. I'll probably put it up later, maybe tomorrow. And it's this. So if you start using this one statement throughout your days, I promise you your life will change. And the statement is, I am choosing this. I am choosing this. Now, there are a lot of things in the world. There are a lot of people experiencing things, including children and adolescents, that is going to be extremely difficult to wrap our heads around. And so I'm not asking you to wrap your head around something that seems unwrappable, okay? There are layers to understanding choice and free will. Layers. But quite simply, if you just look at your own life throughout your day and every single thing that you're experiencing, you say to yourself, I'm choosing this. I promise you, whatever this means, what a programmed thing. Like, what is this? This is so programmed. I promise you, your life will change. Watch. Because you will start to become so empowered. We don't even realize how disempowered we are. We don't. Anytime we have something that we don't like, that doesn't feel good, based on a back and forth exchange with something else outside of ourselves, a person, a place, an event, an experience, we blame it on them. I'm feeling this way because this person did this. I'm feeling this way because this person did this. This happened to me. No. You chose everything. You chose to pull up on that driveway. You chose to walk into that store. You chose to engage. You chose to move there. You chose to travel this place. You chose it all. And as challenging as this is for us, because we really like arguing for our limitations. We really do. We love blaming other people. But all that does is keep us in a disempowered, unsovereign state of being. And the more that we do that, the less we can become the creators that we are meant to be in this life. The less we will become the masters that we are here to be. The only way you become a master in this human journey, the only way you step into your multidimensionality, is that you realize that you have chosen everything. And again, this is not black or white. There is a lot of gray when you think about choice and free will. Okay, I really want to state this, because people will say to me, yeah, but the children didn't choose this, and this person didn't choose this, and these. I understand that. From a much higher perspective, everybody has chosen everything. Okay, but from an egoic third dimensional perspective, that is not going to be easy to hold. So don't hold it. Throw it out the window. Just focus on you. Can you wrap your head around, I am choosing this, just solely in your own life? That's it. Because the more that we practice this, the more that it energetically ricochets out to the entire world. And the entire world, like a domino effect, begins to slowly say to themselves, wait a second, what am I in? What am I choosing? I mean, just think about the convoy of truckers in Canada right now. I mean, it took a while, but they're realizing that they have choice now. They're realizing that they don't have to bend, they don't have to lay down and take it. They're realizing that they are empowered, that they're sovereign, that they actually have a choice. And the only way that you get to that place for many humans is you either find yourself in such a suffering, struggled, horrific place that you finally say, holy shit, maybe I do have a choice. Maybe it is time for me to stand up. Maybe it is time for me to say, whoop, what the heck's going on here in my life? What if I am in charge? Meaning, what if I do have choice? What if I do have choice, and what does that choice mean? Think of how much courage it is taking humans right now to stand up for their choice, to stand up for their freedom. Why? Why is this so difficult for us? Because we have been deeply, deeply programmed to believe that we have been free and have been in choice our whole lives when we haven't, because we have been controlled. So the moment that we start seeing this control coming down on us is the greatest opportunity to say, holy cow. And then you start realizing that freedom and choice is an inside game. Love is an inside game. Peace is an inside game. Joy is an inside game. Abundance is an inside game. Empowerment is an inside game. It's all internal. And the greatest gift about starting to realize this and starting to go inward and starting to look at how you don't believe you have all of this because you have limiting beliefs and trauma, like we all do, is the moment that you start to realize that you're going to be able to get through anything that comes down the chute in this external collective shadow. That you will no longer get wrapped up in the narratives. It's not going to matter. You're good. You'll speak your truth. You'll make your choices because you're sovereign and you're free and you have freedom within you and you're empowered. You have a voice. And you know you're good. Many of us didn't know that 2 years ago. We didn't know who we were. We thought we did. We had no idea. Think of how much more empowered you are right now than you were 2 years ago. Honestly, be honest with yourself. Think about how much you have grown, how much you have let go of, how much you have surrendered to, how much you have felt. Just think about how much you've felt in the last 2 years. Yeah. Also detaching from expectations. It's huge, you guys, if you start looking at your expectations that you have. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Mama Revs, for the badges. I appreciate that. If you think about your expectations, like, when is this going to end? When are we going to be out of this? When am I going to have ... When is my perfect job going to come in? When am I going to be doing my purpose work? When am I going to have money? When is my partner going to come in? When am I finally going to feel free? Whatever that is. That's an indication, okay? That's an indication that you are negating the present moment. You are negating what is right in front of you right here, right now, which is always an opportunity for more growth, for more expansion. So any time you have an expectation, you're literally pulling yourself out of the present moment right here, right now. And you're focusing on a future which will never come in order to distract you from what you actually need to look at. Expectation is a trick. It's a trap. It's a trap. So pay attention if you are feeling overwhelmed. Thank you, Sally and Florist First, for the badges. Appreciate it. Pay attention, you guys, if you are really, because somebody just said they feel suicidal because of all their thoughts and feelings that they're having right now. One of the greatest lessons that we are remembering right now, okay, is that we are the thoughts and that we are the emotions. And when we believe that, we get caught up in the energy of the emotion and the thought. So thoughts are our energy, emotions are energy, belief is energy. And when you believe that you're the emotions, I am depression, I am anger, I am sadness, I am regret, I am guilt, I am shame, I am these things. There's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with anything you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with emotions that you feel. Welcome to the human experience. And pretty much, I'm sure most of us on this live right now have at some point or another felt like leaving this planet. Enough is enough, right? Because we believed that we were the experience. We believed that we were the emotions. We believed that we were the thoughts. You aren't any of that. You are experiencing a chaotic, intense, insane, WTF human journey. You are not the human. You are not the human journey. You came in to experience it, which means that there were going to be moments where you felt like shit, like hell, like get me out of here. There would be moments where you would believe that you were the thoughts and the beliefs and the behaviors and the emotions. And there would come a moment where you would remember, you would snap out of believing that you were any of it. And the way that you do that, this is to the individual that said that they are suicidal right now. The way that you navigate suicide, the way that you navigate wanting to get the hell off this planet, is that you start to remember that there is a reason that you came onto the planet. There's no mistake that you came into physical form at this time. That you are overwhelmed by the emotions that you're feeling. You're overwhelmed by the thoughts that you're having, but you are not the emotions or the thoughts. You start to see yourself experiencing it. You start to see yourself feeling it. You have to start to detach from believing that you are it. You have to remember who you are. You have to remember there is more to this than what you are feeling. That this is you having a human experience. This is you having a, whatever you want to call it, human journey. But you aren't it. Here's one of the messages I get all the time when I channel. I channel once a month on my Patreon. my Patreon community. I do a channeled message. Every single message for the last, I don't know, year, but specifically the last 6 months, these higher dimensional beings, these non-physical energies that come in, they always say, the moment you leave the physical form is the moment you will realize what a gift the human journey is. And it is the moment that you will raise your hand and say, I want to go back down. I want back in. I want back in. We forget what a miraculous experience this is. We forget what an amazing opportunity this is because we get caught up in the third dimensional physical experience of it. We get caught up in our trauma. We get caught up in our relationships. We get caught up in our beliefs and our behaviors and the emotions. We get caught up in it. We're so traumatized by it. But you're here to experience all of it and to remember. And when I say remember, there is an aspect of you, call it spirit, call it soul, call it light, call it consciousness, whatever you want to call it. There is an aspect of you inside your physical body right now that remembers what this is all about, what this physical game is all about. Thanks, Esther, for the badge. There is a knowingness within you of how this works. And what you are going through right now, which I call evolution, is the peeling back of layers upon layers of third dimensional programming that has convinced you that you are this human. And that you need the external world in order to survive. The external world is only here to match you. So that's what this remembrance is all about. Everything that is occurring right now is enabling you to remember. Is enabling you to literally break free. To break free. So what's happening in your life right now? You're suicidal. You're depressed. You are navigating a relationship that you're trying to get out of. You are about to start your purpose work and you're scared. You're just exhausted and you want to sleep all the time. What's presenting itself in front of you right now in the present moment? That is the gift enabling you to remember. So it's literally an opportunity to ask yourself, does this serve me? Does this serve me? Is this who I am? No. Am I choosing this? Yep. If you have health issues right now, okay, the first thing you want to do with health issues is listen to your limiting beliefs around your health. Listen to your limiting beliefs around your health. The second thing you want to start to do with health issues is pay attention to the narratives and the stories that you are buying into or believing that you have your whole life or the last 2 years or the last 6 months that have come from somebody else telling you what you have, what's wrong with you, what you need to do to get healthy. I'm going to tell you something that's going to be somewhat absurd, whatevs. The only person that knows how to heal you is you. Because all health is energy. All sickness, all disease is energy within your body. That it started within you and it ends within you. And The greatest tool, the only tool, is your body. It's your body. Your body knows how to heal itself. This is very challenging for us, though, because we have been programmed to, again, believe that only the external world will be able to heal me. Only the external world can tell me how to heal myself. It's very challenging to start to separate yourself from the scientific community or the medical community when you are healing. It's very challenging. But I'm going to tell you, true healing comes from within you. Otherwise, you are literally just healing the symptoms. And your intuitiveness, your resonance, your energy, your signature, you know what you need. How many times have you sat at a doctor's office or a surgeon's office and they've said things to you and deep down you know that doesn't resonate, but you believe it because it's a doctor? There's nothing wrong with doctors. There's nothing wrong with any of what is available to us, because there are many times where it is necessary and it is valuable and it is part of this third dimensional matrix. But I will say this. I gotta go, my phone's about to die. If you are struggling with health issues currently right now, and you are on the awakening path, you are evolving, you are awake, you are like, wow, what the heck is all of this? You are being asked to go much deeper within your own physical body to peel back the deep programming of how you have believed or learned to heal yourself. And to say, what if there's a different way? What if there's a deeper way? What if this is all energy? What if it's all energy? And what if I actually heal myself? What if I actually can heal myself? Pay attention to what you believe. Pay attention to the narratives that you believe. Pay attention to the people that you are believing. And allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to receive. Let the universe serve you right now. Let whatever is being pulled from you, let it go. Stop fighting for something that is being asked to be released from your life. Stop efforting for something to arrive. Stop trying to manifest, intend, and create. That is a massive amount of control, and that is the ego, because you are afraid to just be where you are. Just be where you are, because that's where transformation occurs. That's where the shifts occur. Pay attention to how often you want to escape out of right here, right now, and go into the future or the past. Remember that you aren't any of this. Remember that this is a game. Remember that this is something that you will never forget. This is an opportunity. This human journey, we are all going to be given badges and freaking medals of honor. And I mean, you name it. We are going to be given accolades upon accolades for being here right now. Remember that, because there's a part of you that knows that. You just forgot because you're in this crazy, chaotic, third dimensional physical world right now. and you're going through one of the most miraculous and holy hell shifts in a human collective. So yeah, we got our seatbelts on. Some of us have our hands up in the air going through the roller coaster ride. Some of us are throwing up. Some of us are like, excuse me, I need off. Some of us are screaming like, hallelujah, this is the greatest thing ever. And everything in between. But we're in this together. And I can promise you, I promise you that whatever you are going through, it's an opportunity to choose. It's an opportunity to expand. It's an opportunity to become more multidimensional. It's an opportunity to let go of old versions of you. Everything is an opportunity right now. And start to remember that this is the greatest gift. Even if it's you only remember that once throughout the day. Just one moment throughout the day is enough to remember, because you'll start remembering it more and more. Start to remember that the second you're out of your physical body is the moment you will want to drop back in. It's the moment you're going to want to drop back in, because we take it way too seriously. We take this human journey way too seriously, and I get it because it is intense. It is very, very intense. Feeling energies that are on a spectrum of consciousness that's held in the third dimension is insane. And I'm going to explain that really quickly. You have the ability to feel fear and love at the exact same time. That's insanity. You have the ability to feel joy and hate at the exact same time. That's insane. You have the ability to feel hunger and satiated at the exact same time. That's intense. That's insane. We forgot what this third dimensional field allows us to experience. We think it's normal. We've learned to sort of navigate it, and we get caught up in it. This is a radically intense dimensional field you're standing in. You are feeling all of it. And so the key to all of this is to remember this. Remember that you're standing in a physical form. You're not the physical form. You're not the human. Remember that you're standing in a third dimensional field. Remember that everything is energy, and so you're feeling everything energetically. Remember that you are programmed to believe that you're all of it, when you're none of it. You're literally having an energetic experience in a physical world. Remember this. It'll give you more power. It'll give you more empowerment. It'll give you more sovereignty. It'll give you more choice. You'll start to actually kind of enjoy all of this. Like, bring it on. What's next? Bring it on. Instead of, holy fuck, what am I going to do? Holy cow, I can't get through this. Oh my God, I can't believe another thing's coming. Hell no. You don't live that way. You say, bring it on. It doesn't, the reason we feel like it hurts is because you are experiencing an energy. You're feeling energy. You're feeling consciousness. So it's going to hurt. Can you look at hurt as you experiencing energy? So what? It hurts. It's painful. It breaks my heart. It makes me sad. Okay, yes. Yep. That's the human journey. That's the human experience. Instead of, I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to, I'm sorry, but this is part of the human experience. What are you going to do? Fight against the fact that you're in a physical form? Fight against the fact that you're in a third dimensional, hellacious dimensional field that offers so much goodness and craziness? You got to start realizing that you're energy and that this is an energetic game, and you're going to feel hurt, and you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel sadness. You're going to feel depression. You're going to feel anger and anxiety and stress. And guess what else you're going to feel? Love and joy and abundance and peace and freedom. You can't choose. You got to experience all of it. Welcome to the third dimensional world. You got to experience all of it. You don't get to choose. You embrace it all because you know that you're none of it. You know that you're none of it. When you know you're none of it and you feel pain, you actually honor the pain. You honor the sadness, meaning I'm experiencing sadness. It hurts. Heartbreak hurts. Pain hurts. Emotional pain, it hurts. But it's just an energy. And it moves. Everything you're feeling is an energy, and everything that is energy just moves. It's divine, it's designed to move. It's not designed to get stuck in you. And the way that emotions get stuck in us, which creates dis-ease and illness, is that we don't want to feel it. We judge it and we want to stop it. We literally put a boulder in the way of its flow. I don't want to feel pain. What can I do? I'm going to smoke. I'm going to drink. I'm going to have sex. I'm going to meet somebody. I'm going to, binge on Netflix. I'm going to do all of these things. Great. If you do it, just pay attention to what you're doing. Be the observer. I am now putting a boulder in between the emotion I'm feeling and its natural flow. When you feel something that you don't want to feel it. Remember, it is literally, legit, just energy moving through you. And then it will just move through you. And the more you do that, the more you will realize, holy shit, this isn't so bad. Sometimes it moves through you in a second, sometimes in 10 minutes, sometimes in 3 hours, sometimes one day. Rarely does it stay for a long time. The only reason that emotions may stay for a long time is because we are resisting it. We are anchoring it down into our reality by resisting it. How do you resist it? You ignore it. You judge it. You try to change it. I'm going to change this emotion. I'm going to positive think my way out of this emotion. You can't do that. That's ignoring and denying the present moment. You can't ignore an energy. You can't shift an energy going through your body. I deeply believe that this whole positive think your way out of things is one of the most not good things you can do because you are literally ignoring what is moving through your body. Don't ignore it. Feel it. Literally imagine when you're feeling an emotion, okay? I don't care what it is, because you don't do that when you're feeling joy. Let me ask you a question. When you feel joy or happiness, do you think about it? Do you judge it? Do you try to do anything with it? No. What do? You just feel it, right? You're feeling joy. You're feeling happiness. You're like, oh my God, I'm feeling it. And what happens? It moves through you. Maybe it lasts for a day. Maybe it lasts for a couple of hours. Who knows? But you let it move through you, correct? What do we do when we feel emotions we don't like? All of a sudden, we become the controller of the emotion. All of a sudden, we judge ourselves around this emotion. All of a sudden, we try to change it just because it's what we don't like. Do you think maybe there's a bigger reason for you experiencing it and feeling it? And what if you experienced an emotion you didn't like the same way you experienced joy? The only difference is that it feels different and you don't like it. So we stop it, we ignore it, we block it. And all that does is allows it to stay in your body. It stays in your body. And it creates dis-ease, discomfort, density. It builds up. What do you think we're all letting go of right now is built up emotions that we didn't feel when they originally came into our bodies. So all of a sudden we get these triggers from people, and the triggers are pointing you to emotions within you that you never felt completely. And these emotions are tied to limiting beliefs around yourself. So if you stop judging emotion that you're feeling, there won't be a limiting belief tied to that emotion. It's the judgment around the emotion that creates the limiting belief. And the limiting beliefs remain within us because the emotion has remained within us. And then we create an entire reality around these limiting beliefs, which are based on judgments that are not true, that have never been true. Think about that. We have created life. We've created a life. We've created realities and experiences. My God, so many relationships focused around limiting beliefs based on emotions that we didn't want to feel, that we judged. It's really that simple. It's that simple. So we are breaking apart the limiting beliefs, and we are starting to feel the emotions that we never felt when they first moved through our bodies, so that we can remember who we really are. We can break free from any illusion of who you thought you were based on the things that occurred in your past. Because whatever happened in your past is not who you are right now, other than the fact that there are limiting beliefs that you hold based on the emotions that are stored in your body from the trauma that you experienced in the past that you never felt all the way through and that you created a judgment around. So you are literally currently living from a past experience that has never been who you are. Everything that is showing up for you right now, everything that is difficult to let go of, everything that is challenging to feel, every belief that is continuing to pop up that doesn't resonate, everything is giving you an opportunity to shift. A limiting belief would be, I don't deserve to be loved for who I am. A limiting belief is, I won't be able to make enough money. A limiting belief is, I have to look a certain way in order to be accepted or loved. My body needs to look a certain way. It's a limiting belief I had for most of my freaking life. A limiting belief is, I have to be careful what I say in order to be liked or accepted. A limiting belief is, let's see, what are some more limiting beliefs? I don't know, you guys, give me some more limiting beliefs as an example. I'm worthless. I'm not worthy of receiving. I'm not worthy of, a limiting belief would be, life is designed to be challenging. Life is hard. That's a limiting belief. Life is very, very difficult. You have to work really hard in order to succeed. It's a limiting belief. All right? A limiting belief is, I don't deserve to be heard. How many of you have held back on stepping out into the world, speaking what you truly know you're here to speak and do because you are afraid of being judged? You're afraid of judgment. That's a limiting belief that you are going to be judged. I am responsible for others' feelings. Limiting belief. It's a limiting belief. A limiting belief is something that is holding you back. A limiting belief is something that it's like it's restrictive. A limiting belief is tight. A limiting belief is a rule. It's a rule of how you are designed to be, right? Think about limiting beliefs as those tapes that are constantly running in your head, that don't shut up. They're your go-tos. I can't do that because ... I don't want to feel that because ... I can't make it on my own. Whew, that's a good one. That's a limiting belief. I can't do this on my own. I can't make it on my own. Do they come from childhood? They start at childhood. They start from trauma that begins in childhood. So unfortunately or fortunately, we start out in this world experiencing a lot of trauma. And trauma is just experiences from the external world that don't feel good, which is the entire human experience, right? I mean, that's why it's so courageous to come here, because we knew from this higher perspective that we were about to move into a reality, a dimensional field that was going to be very traumatic. For some of us, it was more traumatic than others. But these external experiences, they created experiences that we felt that didn't feel good. And as soon as we felt it within our body, we created those emotions, that experience created beliefs. We started to frame our lens and our world and who we were and who we are around those external experiences. Your mom or dad telling you things, your mom or dad doing certain things to you, your teacher saying certain things to you, your friends, your family, the priest, whoever it is. You start having external experiences that dictate who you are. And then they perpetuate and then they build upon each other. And then the next thing you know, you're 20 years old and you've got a handful of these limiting beliefs about who you are and how you're supposed to be in this world. And none of it's true. None of it. And so what we're doing right now is we are literally peeling back these limiting beliefs and this trauma and this idea that we are any of it, so that we can come back home to who we actually are, which is a consciousness, a soul, a spirit, whatever you want to say, experiencing a human journey, going through a massive evolutionary shift in consciousness. And everything that we have believed to be who we are is not who we are. And so we're starting to take our power back. We're starting to make choice. We're starting to become empowered. We're starting to use our voice. We're starting to understand where freedom, true freedom, actually comes from. And we're starting to watch the entire external world do the same. We're starting to watch a convoy of thousands upon thousands of trucks driving across Canada, saying, "You're not controlling me anymore. I'm going to be sovereign and I'm going to choose." You're watching thousands upon thousands of protests daily that are not being shown, of humans standing up for their sovereignty, for their choice, for their rights, for their freedom. And it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. So thanks for being here, you guys. Thank you to everyone that has given me badges. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Laura Lowe. Thank you, Sincerely Amber 3. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Anna Therese. Thank you, the Beth Medal. Thank you, Joe Walker. Thank you, everyone. The Self Talks, Monica. I appreciate you guys so much. This was a lot of fun. I will save this live on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Instagram. Actually, I'll put it up on YouTube and on Facebook as well. You're a miracle. You're miraculous. You are evolving. Thank you for being here with me. I love you so much. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.